What's going on, guys? This is JT here. I have my clan officer from Onetime, Scary is Kano, with me, who is setting up all of our Rite of Exile stuff with Diablo Immortal. And I wanted to make a video explaining what all he has actually gone through and just let him talk. And here we go. What you got, Scary? Let's go ahead and get this video rolling.
So when we started looking at our rosters, we realized that we didn't have a good idea of how many people we had, what their combat rating, the resonance, what was really going on there. So we were having a hard time trying to figure out how we were going to build our rosters. So
Sure.
I went through every single person in the three clans
That
and
is
captured
insane, dude.
all of their combat rating and resonance manually because
Wow.
there's not a feature to export it. So I would
Right.
have to go in and inspect each individual person and look at their class, CR, and resonance. That's what we
Dude, we're
pulled.
talking hours after hours this man has put into this spreadsheet. I mean, these are three different clans. We got Centennials, we got Unhuman, and we also have Onetime. Each clan has 100 members. So just to give you guys an idea. All right.
Yeah. So once we did that, uh, it gave us a base to kind of understand where our power sat with our players. So, um, this was last week. I started playing around with it, and we would say, all right, we got everybody sorted by class, we got everybody sorted by combat rating, resonance. Let's start to try to build players or build teams. So we didn't know who the matches would be during the week. So I sent out clan emails or Immortal emails saying, hey, if you plan on being here Sunday, let me know so that I can start building the roster because the roster window only opens at around 8 p.m. Saturday night. So you only have about 24 hours, and it's a little less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
But you don't have that much time to actually get your rosters together.
Right.
So I
So what
spend the
happens
whole
if you
week.
put somebody on a roster and they don't show up?
Uh, the rosters lock 10 minutes before the right starts.
Okay.
That was news. That was something that we learned last week.
Okay.
So everybody needs to be on at least 10 minutes prior to that for us. So 20 minutes prior to the right starting, that's when I start locking our roster.
Sure.
If somebody isn't online after the roster's locked, that's an unfilled slot.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So you're just totally screwed.
So
But that's yeah.
So whenever you organize these teams that we see over here on the left side, whenever you organize these teams, are these teams set as far as like you know who they're going to fight against and that's how you're going about setting them up, or how are you going about setting up each of these teams?
So we started before we knew who the teams were with kind of relative power in our strategy. So I talk to the other officers and I say, what is our strategy for this week? Are we going to go for 7 wins? Are we going for 6 wins? Are we going for 10?
Yeah.
What is our strategy? Um, so after we talked through that, and the consensus this week was let's build 10 competitive teams. They say, okay, that's enough information for me to start going from there. So
Sure.
what I have is this team in the far left column, and so that's where I have crafted a team. So, for
Gotcha.
example, your team, you have a barbarian, you have a wizard, a crusader, two necros,
Each
two
time
demon
you
hunters,
click
and a
on
monk.
something, it makes the screen like white.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Oh
every time you click
no.
on something. So if you could just scroll your mouse over it without clicking, it
Yep.
wouldn't change.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I will attempt to not click. So yeah, I mean, uh, we look at the classes, we look at the combat rating, we look at the resonance,
Yeah.
um, we look at the quality of player. Emerit is a really high quality wizard, although his resonance is a little bit on the lower side.
Yeah.
We're comfortable with having him in there, so we say this is our number one team, and for us, if we want to line up against Chaos Theory, that is the lineup that we have.
Sure.
And as I drag and drop people in and out, this automatically calculates average resonance, median resonance, average CR, and median
That
CR,
is
so
awesome,
that
dude.
I can kind of balance our teams without having to sit here and do the math because I'm not
Right.
that smart.
Right.
Make the computer work for
Dude, that
you.
is awesome, man. You have got this set up way better than I even thought, actually. This is impressive, Scary. This is
This is
impressive.
science, right?
This
Like we
is.
got to
This
do
is the
the
scientist right here, boys.
right.
Heck
So,
yeah.
yeah, all of these teams are balanced as far as we look at, what type of defensive strategy do we want? So, Necros are in pretty high demand across the board, but being able to have a front line and a back line, players who are more comfortable with PvP versus players who are less comfortable,
Yeah.
the whole bit. So, we've done a little bit of information gathering about our opponents to help kind of determine where we think they're ranked. So
Sure.
right now, we ranked Chaos Theory number one, Halo number two, Art of War number three. So we've lined our teams up against that.
Sure.
When we go to manage the right roster, Chaos Theory is not the first map. Chaos Theory is actually the fifth map. So that's this number.
Yeah.
And I'll try to not click too much.
So as of
Uh,
right now, we are set to go against Chaos Theory and fight these guys.
Correct.
Oh, that's interesting from what we
Spicy,
what we had
right?
planned. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very
That's interesting.
spicy.
That is spicy. That is going to be
So
interesting.
So the theory is that, no pun intended, is that they've spread some of their players out across the other clan.
Sure.
So they may not be as powerful as they look
That,
on paper.
yeah, that is
And
going to
if
be
they do
very
that,
interesting.
we catch them off guard
Right.
by stacking our team
Right.
against their team where they've spread out.
Right. And even if they come with a full team, we still have a chance of taking that win.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, like, and that's the thing is, our best versus their best. That's a showdown for the ages.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, dude, this is going to be interesting, and I'm excited for tonight. I'm actually not going to be posting this video on YouTube tonight. It will be posted tomorrow. However, I wanted to get this video out here because this is some detailed stuff on how deep we're actually digging for the Rite of Exile to hold our immortal status, right? So yeah, dude, heck of a good job, man. Heck of a good job. I don't want to make this specific video too much longer because it's already 9 minutes.
Yeah.
However, any last words you want to say or explain before we cut this one off?
No, this is how I recommend people best set this up for getting ready for the right, so that when you go into the other screens, and we'll follow up with that, it's way easier than trying to figure it all out.
Right, right. Yeah, I 100% agree, man. I 100% agree. Man, good job, dude. Good work. You are
Thanks.
the man, brother. Let's get some dungeon runs in here in a little bit, man. And
All
stuff,
right.
Chip. So if you even have time.
Yeah, well, and yeah, my stuff has suffered a little bit, but I still try to grind as
For
much as I
sure, for
can.
sure. Hey, Scary, thank you so much, my man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video to see what Onetime is actually, or what my man Scary is going through for Onetime to set up the Rite of Exile. That was the whole point of this, so you guys could see how we set it up, how organized Onetime actually is. And if any of you guys do want to be a part of Onetime, we're going to link the Discord in the description below. Feel free to join the Discord. Come meet the players. We are all about Diablo Immortal, and we are absolutely loving the game. Anyway, guys, we are out of here for now. Have a wonderful day.